and we'll go to the other parts. Okay, so this is the Windows 10, which is already in domain. Okay, but if I log in with this user, so my server is not on. My server is not on. Can I log into this user? Authentication should be done in by server, but this user is already there, and if I log in, can able to get inside of the system without a server on? Anybody? Hmm?
No, sir.
We can't log in, right? That's good. Correct answer.
Yes.
It means we need a domain controller, means where the authentication server and this is the client. When you log in, so request sent to domain controller, and you can able to you will get authenticated in here. Request is sent to here. First authentication, next access permission means authorization. Then only we can go for it. Okay. If domain controller is not there, we can't able to log in. But I am trying to log in. If I log in, then what is that? Yeah, it is got authenticated, and now it is logging. But few things won't work here. It will log in now, but how it will be login? Yes, it is login. See, but few things won't work. Means any new group policies, like a domain controller is disconnected from my PC. I create a new group policies, shared folders or something. Settings are there, no? The any changed settings that won't work, but the previous settings will work. The previous before DC is disconnected. So what are the settings? I got it earlier. I got it. So now it is login. How it is login? Hmm? Without a domain controller, you can't log into the client. And I login, and I got a login. So this is a DC, and this is client. I put a user here, password, and it should send a authentication. It should authenticate, and once you got authentication, then we have to ask for a authorization. So again, you have to tell like this is I want to access this PCC1. Okay, then we can able to access, right? But here your domain control is not there, means it is disconnected or maybe shut down or whatever it is. But I can able to log in. How? Because login process is there. Just I want to tell a short notes on this one. Actually, I want to go for a backup part, but very beautiful concept is there in a login process. I'm putting a three pieces. So whatever it is, I will go new. This is my domain controller, and this is my DNS. This is my client. Okay. Mm, This is DC. This is DNS. Okay. DNS. Okay. And this is client C1. And I'm logging with a U1. Okay. So username is user1. Now, actually, in a process, what happened? I explained about SRV records. So very simple. So when I try to log in, I don't know where is my domain controller. I don't know domain controller address. I know domain address, but I don't know domain controller address. So I send a request to DNS. So which one is domain controller for Vedic.com? So my domain is Vedic.com. So Vedic.com authentication server. Who is authentication server for a Vedic.com? I'm asking in DNS. SRV record will tell you this server name is S1. SRV record S1 dot Vedic.com is your authentication server. Authentication server. Okay. So again in DNS only, I will get S1 IP address, right? I will get S1's IP address. S1 means s1.vedic.com IP address I got in DNS. Now I got a IP address of client. So IP address of my server. Okay, completed. DNS portion completed. Okay. Now how to send authentication request, right? Which protocol we use in Active Directory? Which protocol we use for authentication? Which protocol we use? Authentication protocol. Active Directory Windows.
Windows.
Hmm. Correct. Kerberos. Kerberos. Port number 88. Okay, and also it support LDAP for a resource access kind of stuff. 389. The main important one is Kerberos. Kerberos authentication protocol we are using. So here what will happen? It send a request to domain controller. It send a request. So we got an IP address now. So it will send a request. My name is user1 and this is my password I given. So server will verify these users. Server will verify username and password. If both are matches, then it is said authenticated. Some sound I got it. But, server related sounds. Okay. Okay. Mm, okay. So what it will do? Username and password will be verified, and it is said okay, correct, authenticated. You got authenticated. You got authenticated. So once it is you got authenticated means username password correct, so you'll get authenticated. So after you are authenticated, what is the thing for authenticated, right? Like you are going to movie, you are going to movie. So how do you go to the theater? Inside of theater, how do you go? You have to take a ticket, right? You have to take a ticket, you have to show the ticket, and then allowed. Okay, they will verify your ticket, and okay, verify your ticket. Now you can go for it. What is the authentication? You are can able to go inside a theater. First you have to take a ticket, so you have to pay money and get a ticket, like this. So here giving your username and password, it means it is once it is verified, it will give you, server will give you a ticket. The ticket name is TGT. The ticket name is TGT. Ticket granting ticket. This is called a TIC. This is called a ticket. TGT ticket name is TGT. So what is the TGT? TI ticket granting ticket. TICKE. Ticket. Ticket granting ticket. So this ticket we call it as this ticket we call it as a ticket granting ticket. TGT. Okay, so it is showing so many things. Sorry, ticket granting ticket uh, in Active Directory. Okay, this is called a ticket granting ticket. Ticket granting ticket. In a Kerberos authentication, a ticket granting ticket is a user authentication token issued by key distribution center that is used to request access tokens from ticket granting services for a specific resource and system joined in the domain. So what this is will do, which one is doing here? And Kerberos key distribution center is there. So Kerberos authentication system has one key distribution center. So when your username password is authenticated, key distribution center will send a ticket granting ticket to user one. Now that is you are authenticated. How do you will get access permission? So this using ticket only. Ticket granting ticket is only for allow. Okay, authenticated. That is you can. So like you can. So you are authorized person. So that is ticket granting ticket. but to access something, for example, you take a movie ticket and you're want to go inside a theater. Of course you're allowed because you are having a ticket, but you got a ticket and can you sit in any place? Okay, so there is still some things is there. So point is, you got authenticated. So you once you got authenticated, you got a TGT. So now you have a TGT in your system. It stores in your PC. It stores in your temporary or internally. It stores for a few days. It stores for a normally few days. Okay, there some conditions are there. Usually 10 days something it will store. That's it. Not more than 10 days in generally. Okay. Now I want to access C1. I want to access this PC, right? So authentication is completed, but I want to access this PC. Okay. So this is a TGT. I got it. Now what I do? I will send a request to server again. Again, I will send a request server by showing TGT. Hello server. This is my TGT. This is my token. This is my ticket. Okay. I want to access C1 PC. I want to access C1 PC. So give me permission. Can I access? He said, yes, you can access C1. How we know yes? Because it will deliver service ticket. What it is? Server will give you a service ticket for accessing ST service ticket. Okay, okay. Service ticket. What is the service ticket? In service ticket, we will mention okay. This kind of this SID means that object means user one. Okay, user one can able to access C1, so he's allowed to access the service ticket. Okay, now he can able to access the C1. So in the C1, the TGT and ST both will be stored in the C1 for a 10 days, just for 10 days. It's generally expiry time is 10 days, but every time he log in, every time user log in 10 days, the extension period will be there. Now my server is down, so from today onwards, maybe yesterday onwards, next 10 days it will the account will be stored there only. Okay, the TGTST information stores in this one. Okay, but meanwhile after 5 days it is connected to domain controller, it get renewed again, new authentication again it will renew. So that is the another one. If I log out from this server and try to log in with another user, if I log out from this client, u1 is log out and u2 is try to log in, and he cannot log in. Why? Because of his the fresh TGT is not there. Okay, so that's how I will explain it. So once again, so understand guys, very simple. Try to understand, very simple. U1 want get authentication, send a request to S1. We use a Kerberos authentication protocol. Kerberos will verify your username and password. Then the key distribution center means the server. The server will give you a ticket. The ticket name is ticket granting ticket to the client. Now the user got a ticket granting ticket, show their TGT. So it said this is my TGT, give me access to C1, and server will give you a service ticket. In the service ticket will give you a permission to access the C1. For example, I have a printer. I have a printer. So where to put a printer? So this is a printer, black. Okay, so what it is a printer. Okay, this is a printer. I want to access the printer, means I want to take a print. What to do? Same thing, very simple. Okay, same thing only. I will do different color. So again I send a request to my I will remove a few things from here, so then uh, the clumsiness will reduce. Okay, so this is a printer. Now already I have a TGT, ticket granting ticket is there to access for authentication. I got authenticated. Now I want to access this printer. What I have to do? I have to send a request to server. Server means print server. For example, if you, for example, you have a print server. For us, everything is same server only, right? Same thing, a concept title. So I'm sending a print server, right? This is my TGT. This is my TGT. I want access a printer. Then server will verify. The print server will verify your TGT. Okay, this candidate is a user. He got a ticket. He's a user. You don't need to verify all your user one, user two, password and everything not required. The print server will check it. Okay, TGT is there. Then it will give you a service ticket. It will give you a service ticket. Okay, so whenever we receive a service ticket, using service ticket, we are can able to take a print. That is the two ticketing system is a ticket granting ticket, service ticket. Ticket granting ticket, once you got authenticated, you got a ticket granting ticket. Okay, once you got authenticated, you got a ticket granting ticket. For accessing anything, you need a service ticket, which is helpful. Ticket granting is ticket is helpful. So this is a authentication process in Active Directory. I think so. Some still having doubts in Active Directory. I send one PPT. So go through once that there is a first two paragraphs are there. First two slides. Second slide. Second slide. Yesterday also someone asked who is asked. Okay, someone. Okay, this is very old. One second, I will go. It's a very big. Yeah. This is a PPT introduction to Active Directory Services. It is in the group. Guys, go through this. Uh, First is just a introduction part only. Second slide will give you a clarification. If you go through once, just no need to read anything. Just go through once what are there. So you will get a lot of Active Directory related things like what is a global catalog, what is a key distribution means, what is this, what is SRV, okay, what is a FSM roles. So a lot of information is there. You can verify how TGT works, how Active Directory, what is the Active Directory. Guys, once again I will want to tell Active Directory, if you type in a Google and you will get an answer called a 2003 type of answer, you will get it. What is Active Directory? Okay, so is a database and set of services that connect users with the network resources they need to get work done. Something is given, so try to understand. So here it is: service developed by Microsoft for Windows domain network. It is including is the most Windows servers operating system has something, it is there. So why this is a Microsoft given? So a lot of different authentication, centralized authentication systems are there. One of the centralized authentication system is Kerberos. Another one is LDAP, Open LDAP. Okay, Open LDAP. REST API, some few authentication process are there. Different kind of centralized authentication things are there. First, centralized authentication. Active Directory provide centralized authentication system. Active Directory provide centralized authentication system. Active Directory database, it stores user, group, computer information in the domain, within the domain. So what are the accounts are there? Their information stores in Active Directory. When these are want to communicate, like user want to log in or user want a print or anything, so Active Directory also giving authentication. Okay, Active Directory store information of your entire domain, your domain information, domain controllers information, user information, group, computers, resources like a printer, scanners, any resources, storage resources, it stores in the Active Directory. Okay, and also Active Directory provide authentication means Kerberos authentication is providing main centralized authentication is different authentication protocols are there, but Active Directory provide mainly Kerberos authentication protocol. Okay, so Active Directory authenticate users when they log into the system, whenever they're accessing the resources, it will give you authentications. Okay, so that is a Active Directory. PAP, CHAP, MS CHAP, IKE, these are all authentication systems only. Okay, forget about IKE, it's not officially we can't say. Okay, so password authentication system, challenge handshaking authentication system, Microsoft chat version 2. Okay, this is also there. LDAP, lightweight directory access protocol. Kerberos, abbreviation is not there. Okay, so Kerberos authentication protocol. Okay, what is a Kerberos is a direct word. It's a thing, it is not came from abbreviation things. Kerberos. Okay, this is Kerberos. Dogs, three-headed dog. Maybe you can see in a Harry Potter movie is there. Harry Potter. First part. Dog. That's a dog. If you remember, this is Kerberos. Okay, so a dog can have a three heads. So highly strongest one of the strongest authentication protocol. Strongest authentication protocol. Kerberos. KRB. So very simple short form in a service level. They use KRB. Okay, KRB. If you see KRB means it's a Kerberos. TGT, ticket granting ticket. TGT KRB, Kerberos ticketing system. Okay. So this is a very simple one. I hope you understand.